My name is Nicki. I'm an English makeup artist and I live with Carlo and our daughter Sky in Positano, Italy. Our house is far from the road but surrounded by fruit trees and olive groves, and we grow our own food. We'll show you what it's really like to live on the Amalfi Coast. Subscribe and welcome to the Positano Diaries. It is about time for a spring garden tour. The last time I showed you around the garden to show you what was planted and what was growing was back in November, so it was a winter garden tour. We're now in mid-March and things have changed. We've got different things in the ground, there's different things growing, and there's a few new arrivals, so I'm going to take you around our Positano spring garden today and show you what's happening. A few days ago, Luca was here and he started planting onions and potatoes. Those are the first things that go into the ground in springtime, and we have used the area over there near where the chickens are. I'm just going to show you a little bit of video I took from the other day when he was planting them. It was a miserable day, so I didn't do much because it was very grey. It's a rather grey day today, no sun today. But Luca is starting the onions and potatoes, and the chickens have got no more freedom. Now, for the foreseeable future, these guys have to stay in their pen because otherwise they will destroy everything. And Luca's been hard at work. The onions are all planted already, sort of almost lying flat on the ground. But within about 10 days or so, they will be all standing upright because they will be reaching for the sun. Now, last summer, this was our tomato patch. It was all tomatoes here. It has laid fallow all winter, so it has had a rest, and it has been a chicken garden. Now it's going to be potatoes. These pellets here are what Luca calls his Chanel number 5. It is cow dung, basically, cow and horse dung. That's the fertiliser. This is how we plant the potatoes. These are potatoes left over from last summer's crop, and they've started to sprout, so they get chopped up into sections and put in a little row.
Holly, head dive.
Holly, come out the way.
Yeah.
Come on, come here, Nini. Nini qua. And then he very cleverly covers them while making the next row. I'm sure I couldn't get it as straight as that. I think what I'm going to do is start at the gate, work my way around this bit, and then we'll work our way up to the very end of the garden. Easiest way to do it. So coming in from the gate, we're going to immediately go off to this direction here, where we have got some beautiful little flowers coming out here. If you've been following along since last year, you might remember Carlo planting a little cactus garden, and this is what that looks like now. There's some lovely cactus flowers out. This here is a very small oleander tree, and oleander trees you see all along the coast in the summer. They've got beautiful pink or white flowers. I'm hoping there's going to be a pink one. And Carlo saved it. It had been thrown away somewhere, like dumped in a bin, and he saved it and he brought it home. So that's a new addition to the garden. And this is what remains of our winter vegetables down here. He has already reploughed the front bit there where there was some straggling chili peppers left over from the summer, and there is a little bit of Tuscan kale left. Unfortunately, not much because the chickens got at it. So it's looking a bit sorry for itself, but there's still some left and it will grow a bit more, so we'll keep using that. The broccoli plants are pretty much nearly finished. As you can see, they're starting to flower and the bees are extremely happy. There's a little bit of broccoli still coming through, but not much. And here Luca has planted some zucchini plants already. They're going to be very early zucchini. Shut up, kitty. Noisy animal. They have to be planted quite far away from each other because they get very, very big. Our big rosemary bush at the gate, which I always use when I'm cooking vegetables and potatoes, it's got some flowers on it at the moment, and Sky was examining the flowers last night. So they're very pretty. They're like tiny little orchids. Our red lemon tree is thriving quite well this year. Never as well as it did in 2017, where you can see at the very beginning, at the intro of each of my video, where it was just so full of huge lemons, and it's never quite done that again. But they're not bad. Pretty big. I have these two following me around like two little lost souls. Come on then, let's go over this way. What can I mention about this area? I'm just going to say it again because I always still get asked what is in between the crazy paving. It is called Dicondra Nano. That is what it looks like up close. These flowers here are leftovers from a pack of mixed wildflower seeds that I had growing here back in the summer that were absolutely incredible. I picked them up at the garden centre back home in England when I was there last year or the year before, just before everything kicked off, and it has just kept giving and giving, and these are still here. Absolutely beautiful. Nice bright colours for the winter. Ettore has also come to join us. This is not my cat. Let's have a quick animal talk while we're here. Holly is our dog. Itty Bitty Kitty is our cat. Lily is our white cat. She's probably asleep inside. This is not my cat. His real name is Ettore, but we call him Not My Cat. He belongs to Luca's son, who lives above us. He is not a stray. He is well looked after, he gets fed, he lives on the property. He's just not my cat. He's their cat. There is also another one, it's a little black one called, what's her name? Not my cat too, Stellina. And she's very shy, but she's just a little skinny black cat. Every now and again I see her around, but she normally hides. And there is also Not My Puppy, who lives upstairs as well. He is really called Otto, and you've probably seen him around. He'll probably come out and play soon. Anyway, let's get on with the garden tour. And Kitty is now modelling last year's planted from seed hollyhocks, which never flowered, and then thanks to many comments I learned that hollyhocks only flower in the second year planted, and there are lots and lots of hollyhocks all the way along here. And our beautiful Double Delight rose, which is a lovely scented rose that has been flowering on and off since we bought it in April last year. The ever popular Steriliza or Bird's Paradise, which always flower at this time of year and brighten up the garden. And the giant one over there is starting to open up its flowers as well, which are black and white. The two apricot trees are in blossom at the moment. And down here we've got some more hollyhocks. We've got some hyacinths that we planted that were part of my birthday flowers. And there's always a whole ton of ferns grow here, so in the summer this will be absolutely thick with ferns like that. They just spring up all over the place. Over to the other side, you'll have to excuse my washing hanging out on the line. Right, so here we have the newly planted potato patch. Here are the onions. They're starting to rise now. This is about 5 days later, so you can see that they're starting to reach for the sun. Hello little ones, are you prisoners? I might let you out later if Luca goes away. We'll have to wait until he's gone, okay? This is the one that we planted the other day. It's still doing okay for now. Our kumquat tree is doing well. I'm gonna have to pick some of those and make some kumquat jam because everybody loves that. It goes really well with vanilla ice cream. Vanilla ice cream and kumquat jam. Really good. It's just very time consuming to make. I actually once made a whole video on how to make kumquat jam, and then when I watched it back I was really bored with it so I never posted it. It's just sitting there. Anyhow, what have we got around here? So I have plans. Now this is my little herb garden here, looking a little bit sorry for itself, but I've had an idea. Now with the whole Brexit shenanigans and stuff, the fact that I can't really order any food or drink or anything more from the UK without getting a heavy customs fee has really messed up things in a big way. So rather than ordering tea from England, the teas that I like I can't even get in Italy. I've decided I'm going to make my own, and I'm going to turn this into a tea garden. I'm going to start growing all the sorts of herbs that I need to make my own teas. This is something that I've never done before, but I'm really excited about the idea of it. So soon I'm going to go down to the florist and try and order. I want to get some apple mint, some chocolate mint, some Moroccan mint, some more chamomile. We do have chamomile that grows naturally up in the top garden somewhere. Might need a bit more, and a few other things. Now over here at the moment, it is looking rather lovely. Look at this. Last year this was rather shameful. It only had 2 flowers on it, but it's doing very, very well this year. I can't believe how much this has grown in the last couple of years. I'm going to insert a little clip of when we planted this whole flower bed. It's pretty unrecognisable now. So this flower bed here, it's all Mediterranean plants. There's a bit of a mixture. Don't ask me the names of them because I don't know most of them. Lily's loving it. And then this is what we're putting in that big blue pot that we've just carried down. And these plants are going to go around this little baby bread lemon tree that's been here for a while. And over here I have created my herb garden. So we've got thyme and lavender and sage and chives. You go and play with the puppy. Should we go play with the puppy? Yes! Now let's see what we've got up in the top garden. We've had to put a gate separating the 2 gardens now because of not my puppy. Because he comes dashing down to our house and eats all the cat food because we've always got our door open. So there's now a little gate here. Come on! And this gate used to be the back gate of the cemetery, so which got replaced. They put a bigger gate in, a full-size gate. And Carlo's brought this up here and it's been recycled. It's quite handy. And there we go. Okay, so up here there is the yellow flowers that you can see. This was another type of broccoli. This is like a leafy broccoli, and that's pretty much all finished and gone. There are some spring onions here, some bigger ones here. Looks like somebody might have been playing around because some of them seem to have popped out of the ground. Now I wonder who that could be. Otto! There is a lovely selection of salads here. I've literally been picking one of these. I have no idea what they're called, but I've been picking one of these every other day and mixing it with just a normal romaine lettuce from the greenhouse. And I love them. It's the first time we've grown them. And we've still got a whole ton of curly kale. In fact, I think I'm gonna, would you two stop bickering? I'm going to pick some of this later and make some kale chips, I think. The fig trees at the end obviously are not doing anything right now, as are either the brand new peach trees that Luca planted a few weeks ago. But we do have some peach blossoms and they are starting to sprout. Sprout? Bloom? Blossom? They're starting to do their thing. Right. There's a whole load of flat leaf parsley that has just kept going all winter long, which has been very handy. Lots more flowering broccoli. Lots more flowering broccoli plants here. Few more rows of broccoli. Stop pressuring me, dogs. And some fava beans. Now, I don't particularly like these, so I don't ever use them. But Carlo's parents and Luca will gobble them up. Wanted to show you all the lemons hanging from the trees, but you can't see them when I'm looking in this direction, which is a shame because the sea looks lovely. There we are. Now you can see them. There's 5 lemon trees here and a puppy! We have a new tree up here, which I'm very excited about. And it is something that we've never had before in the garden. Where is it? I don't know where it is. What is supposed to do? Basta! Dogs are currently playing in a little garlic plantation, which is something that we forgot to plant last year, so that'll be handy. Focus on the tree, not the puppies. This is a new tree. So Luca has planted a gelso. In English, this is a mulberry tree. Okay, Luca is behind me cleaning out what used to be a pig pen. What are you doing? Oh my God. So yeah, about 20, 30 years ago, that used to be a pig pen. There's not been pigs in there for a long time. Stop it. Let's go into the greenhouse. Currently in the greenhouse, we are growing cats and lots of lovely lettuces and stinging nettles and parsley. What do you want? There's not much going on in here this year. We haven't used it much this winter at all, but there are some giant strawberry plants here. Okay, let's go through the trees quickly. This first one is a nesbola tree, that's a medlar tree. This is a walnut tree. This is another apricot tree, and behind it is a pear tree. Very, very tiny pears. Over here, this is a persimmon tree, as is that one over there. Another walnut tree down the end. And then at the back, just a big row of mandarin trees that are pretty much all finished now because we have eaten them all or made them all into jam. Now, me and Holly need to go. You need to stay here. Seduto. Seduta. Come in. Holly. Holly, go. Right. Good, yeah. And that is it. That is my spring garden tour. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm now going to go and have a cup of tea.